There are many variations on printers, and printers have evolved through technology as well. And the printing process is an amazing process. The technologies that are involved are fascinating. And we need to know at least the basics of printing processes, both to be able to troubleshoot printers as well as for the certification test. Let's look at an overview of what we're going to cover. First, we're going to talk about how printers, including laser printers and inkjet photo quality printers, work. Then we'll talk about supporting and troubleshooting printers, and then finally sharing printers on a network. So there are many variations on printers. Printers can connect to a parallel port, a serial port, a USB port, and even wireless ports. And wireless printers and wireless networks are becoming more and more popular today as technologies improve. But there are three major types of printers. There are laser printers, inkjet printers, and dot matrix printers. Let's look at laser printers first. The laser printing process is absolutely amazing. It requires an interaction of mechanical, electrical, and optical technologies. The laser printer places toner on an electrically charged rotating drum. It deposits the toner on paper as the paper moves through the system. The drum actually turns over about 4 times during the process of printing an 8.5 by 11 page. And what happens during this time are 6 steps. The first step is a cleaning process from the last time that the drum turned over. The next step is conditioning. The drum is charged up to about 600 volts. After that, the drum is written, not by toner or any kind of ink, but the toner is actually written by a laser beam. The laser beam is directed by a series of mirrors. And the laser beam writes on the drum where we don't want toner to stick. So the drum is all charged up, and what the laser does is it hits the drum, and wherever it hits, toner will no longer stick. So then the drum continues, and we drop toner on it. The toner will stick to the places that are still charged. In the transferring process, the 5th step, a piece of paper is also charged. And the paper has a stronger charge than that is on the drum. So when the paper passes underneath the drum, the toner will jump off of the drum and onto the paper in exactly the same design that it was on the drum. At this point, the toner is heated up. The toner consists of metal particles so that it will react to the charges, but it also consists of plastic so that it will melt. So the toner is heated up so that it melts and it's fused onto the paper. And all of that happens inside of a cartridge, and that drum turns over about 4 times for a standard 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. It's an amazing process. Supporting a laser printer is relatively easy. The parts that we do are that we change out the cartridge. Basically, all we need to do is pull the cartridge and change it out, and we're changing out a lot of the most important parts in the laser printing process. A laser printer can also be cleaned by a professional. One thing that I would highly recommend not doing is some people take the laser printer cartridge out and shake it so that they can get more use out of it. Shake up the toner. That does work. However, anyone who has any kind of a respiratory problem could be affected by that because the toner is a microfine particle. So I would highly recommend not doing that, especially if you know that somebody has a respiratory problem that works in that area. But in general, laser printers are easy to maintain because as soon as the cartridge is spent, then we replace it with another cartridge. Laser printers can print color, but printing color with laser printers is extremely expensive. So laser printers are by far the best way to print, especially if we're just going to use black. But there is an inexpensive way to print color, and that is with an inkjet type printer. And we'll discuss inkjet printers next.